Hey, I'm Jennifer Maggio. I'm an author and speaker and a longtime single mom who understands what it is to date on a very low budget. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about how to be a cheap date, or maybe not be a cheap date, but take a girl or a guy on a cheap date. And the trick is making sure that they don't know that it's a cheap date. So first thing I would tell you is that outdoor dating usually translates into cheap dating. And no matter where you are in the country, dating outdoors is a really cool thing that you can do to get some fresh air, and there's all kinds of attractions that we have to be able to do that. So considering things like hiking, maybe you live near a beach and you can take a long romantic beach walk and you can actually have great conversation. You know, the lost, dying art of talking face to face. Maybe you can actually do that and take that walk on the beach. And, you know, the cool thing about walking on a beach is you don't actually have to look at each other face to face, which can sometimes be really intimidating on a first date. So hiking, walking on a beach, also the ever popular picnic in the park. Throw a couple of sandwiches in a bag, get a blanket, and go have a picnic at the park. It is so cool to people watch at the park. You guys can have some great laughs and great conversation if you do the picnic at the park. So the first thing I would tell you is try outdoor dating. Really cool, easy way to have a cheap date. The second thing I would tell you is local attractions. So things like going to a coffee shop. They have coffee shop performances at night and all kinds of local artists that will come in, and maybe there's a guy with a guitar and he can play, and you and your date can get to know each other, buy him or her a cup of coffee, and all of a sudden you've spent $1.50 and you've had a really cool date. Art galleries and museums, community plays at local theaters is also a really cool, cheap way to date. And then my ever popular bookstore. I love going to a local bookstore, looking at magazines, looking at pictures in books, and I love visiting the comedy section of the bookstore. Really cool way to get to know somebody, the types of things that they're looking at. It's a way to kind of secretly spy on them. And then you can kill tons of time in a bookstore just, again, people watching or going to grab a cup of coffee there. So check out the local bookstore if you haven't in a while. And then the last thing that I would tell you, and it's perhaps one that you've never even thought of before, is having a game night. Okay, so it might sound corny at first, but who among us has not had a really cool game night with a group of girlfriends where we got together and we laughed so hard we nearly wet our pants? Game nights can be a really fun way to get to know somebody. So gather a group of guys and girls and put together a game night. And you know what? You can do it as a potluck where everybody brings a dish, and so you can't get much cheaper meal than everybody bringing a dish. The other thing is, especially with a new date, you get to know how they interact with other people. Are they kind? Are they polite? And probably most importantly, are they funny? Game nights usually account for tons of laughs. So there you have it, 3 very quick ways that you can have a cheap date on a budget, and I bet that your date won't even know that you're saving a couple of bucks as you get to know them. Have a great day. Until next time, I'm Jennifer Maggio.